I hear you loud and clear.
Jesus, man. Well, today's hump day. Is today hump day?
Tuesday.
Oh, today's Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. All right, Croc, look. Happy Tuesday, man. You making me the bad guy, Croc. Why are you making me the bad guy, man? Why are you making me the bad guy? First off, let's get these numbers right. Let's get these numbers right for his what is it? His last let's just talk about his last 4 games of the season. Jimmy Garoppolo's last 4 games of the season. How many touchdown passes does Jimmy have in the last 4 games of the season? Do you know,
I'd
Croc?
say 3. That's off the
That
top of my head. I mean, I can go back and look at the games, but I know he played against Tennessee. He had 2 touchdowns in that game, right?
actually, I'm
2 touchdown
sorry.
passes.
No, yeah, his last
He
three
had
games. His last 3
2
games, he
against the
has.
Rams.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. His last 3 games. His last 3 games. Actually, let's no. His last 4 games. Let's go. His last 4 games. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a little credit. His last 4 games, he has 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. That's your guy. 2 touchdowns,
Who?
six
Wait, that's whose
interceptions.
guy?
That's your
That's
guy,
whose guy?
Croc. That's your guy. That's your guy, Jimmy Garoppolo. 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I don't want to hear anything about, oh, we're getting on Jimmy too hard or we're doing this. That is, bro, if that was any other quarterback, he would be getting trashed. He has very
Okay.
staunch, hard supporters. And then using that comeback stat, bro, look at everybody else on that list. Like, that's a small sample size. And why is it a small sample size? Because Jimmy gets hurt. That's his fault. He's an injury-prone quarterback who turns over the ball at will. Bro, Josh Allen is at home, and he threw 9 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions in the playoffs. But because of Garoppolo have an all-time great defense that should get mentioned in the history books if we make the Super Bowl, that we're even in this far. He's got 0 TDs in the playoffs and 2 picks. He is literally on the Trent Dilfer. He's literally on the Trent Dilfer train.
He
What?
is
You
Trent
know
Dilfer.
what? Matter of
He's
fact,
Jimmy Dilfer. He is Jimmy Dilfer.
he is Jimmy Dilfer. So do you give Trent Dilfer all this credit?
I listen. The
Wait,
only
hold on.
credit I'm giving Jimmy G. Hold on, Roscoe. The only credit I'm getting Jimmy G is that he's clutch. Is Jimmy not clutch?
Jimmy is definitely clutch. I am not
Is he
knocking you
one of the
there.
most clutch quarterbacks in the NFL?
No, I'm not giving that to you, bro. First off, you take Jimmy G over Josh Allen in clutch?
In clutch.
In clutch, are you taking Jimmy G over Josh Allen? Forget the stats. Do you take Jimmy G over Josh Allen?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
blocking you, Croc. I am going on Twitter right now. I'm blocking you. Are you kidding me, Croc? Are
Chris,
you serious?
listen. I can't. I
Matter of
can't
fact,
get. I.
do you take him over Derek Carr in clutch situations?
I'm taking him over everybody except for Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh man, that's crazy, bro. Croc. Derek Carr has 24 fourth quarter comebacks and 30 game winning drives. You're taking Jimmy Garoppolo over Derek Carr in clutch situations. You see, this is the problem with the stat. It's a small sample size. Derek Carr has a bigger sample size. He has 24 comebacks, 30 game winning drives. One year he led the league in comebacks with 7. Come on, Croc. Are
Listen,
you kidding me?
that's good and all,
Um,
but no, I'm taking Jimmy G.
oh, Jesus. And then you use the Titans game. Look, bro.
Somebody in the chat said, "I think Jimmy paid Croc today." Listen,
Bro, I
this is
I
what I'm
just can't
saying.
believe it. Wait, hold on.
Listen,
Just because we know who Jimmy is doesn't mean that we cannot slander him to the ends of the earth. Just because we know who he is doesn't mean that doesn't makes it okay. Just because I know somebody's a thief doesn't make it okay. No, no,
listen,
they're gonna have to get it.
Chris. Chris, I'm
Crap.
not saying Jimmy is great.
I know you're
I've been
not.
on. I've been on. I've been on record of saying that he's gonna be gone next year. I would have benched him after the Cardinals game, right? I know what he is and what he isn't. And he's a lot of like weird, right? But in the last 3 minutes,
No.
every
We
time I
got to
watch
talk.
him, okay? What's when the last 3 minutes? Because that's what we're talking about here. We ain't talking about whole games. In the last 3 minutes of games, and Jimmy has the ball in his hands. How confident on the scale of 1 to 10 are you that he's going to lead the team down and score points?
3. I'm never confident with him throwing the ball. I'm never confident with him throwing the ball, bro.
He's shown you over and over that that's his strength.
Matter of
It's
fact,
like it's like
I'm gonna give you. I'm
you
gonna
got
give you something right now.
everybody got strengths and weaknesses, right? Everybody got strengths and weaknesses. Everybody got areas where they're better than and not and whatever, right? I got my strengths and weaknesses, things I'm good at, things I'm not good at, whatever, right? There's some things, you can ask my wife, right? Well, Eric's really good at this. Okay, I know Eric's not really going to do this. I know he's not going to do that. I know what Jimmy is and what he isn't. But one thing that I do know is in the last 3 minutes, he comes through time and time and time again. It's very seldom he doesn't come through in that time. I know everybody points to the Super Bowl. Obviously, that's one scenario. Or maybe the Seahawks earlier this year when the ball got batted down the line of scrimmage. That was wide open, though. He comes through time and time again.
Can I give you another number? Can I give you another number?
Okay, let me hear it.
If he's such a clutch and amazing quarterback, why does he have the worst fourth quarter QB rating in the playoffs?
Because that's the entire fourth quarter. That's not counting the last 3. I am talking about purely the last 3 minutes.
That's what clutch happens. He is the worst fourth quarter QB in the playoffs.
No,
because you're factoring in.
Listen, if we're talking about for 57 minutes of the game, yeah, like there's a lot of quarterbacks that will take over.
No.
I'm talking about specifically the last 3 minutes. So when you say fourth quarter, like that's counting the other, the other 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. Yeah, 12 minutes. You might get 12 bad minutes of them. But when the game is on the line, that last 3 minutes, there's not many quarterbacks better than them. The stats prove it.
Correct. Those are okay. I got you.
But I've been saying this, so I know those stats. You can say small sample size, but I've been saying this. This is not something that like out of nowhere I just came up with.
I'm gonna get you on one. In 2019, a lot of people in the offseason was criticizing Jimmy G deep ball, right? And then his supporters will come back and say, well, he had the highest completion, with deep balls. He completed like 50-something% of his 50-something% of his passes, which led to NFL in deep ball accuracy. Now, Croc, tell me if that's cap or not. Keep it 100. Is that cap or not?
Okay, but that's different.
No. You can't pick and choose. Remember, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, but guess what they do? They mislead. And we all know that was a misleading step amongst deep balls because guess what? He had a very small sample size. You had Russell Wilson, Brady, and other quarterbacks way more attempts throwing the deep ball, so their numbers are going to be lower. This is the same thing, Croc. I just used an argument against you, Croc. Tell me
it's not. The reason why it's different though is because you only have there's only so many times that you have the opportunity to have that game-winning drive. You know what I'm saying? So like all game, you can target, you can throw deep all game if you want. But the last 3 minutes, that comes down to circumstances. Part of the reason why is because he gets you there, right? We know, but that's why it's such a smaller sample size.
All right, okay, I got another one for you. In that Packers
game, I'm ready.
In that Packers game, Kyle Shanahan on our final when we needed a first down on third and I think there was like 3rd and 7, right? Shanahan had a pass play call, and then I don't know if the Niners took a timeout or something happened. But Shanahan thought about it and said, wait, hold on. How am I going to pass the ball? I'm going to give the ball to Deebo Samuel.
No.
Because that's the clutch guy. That's the guy we rely on. Yes.
That is not why he did that.
Yes, he said it. He said it.
That's not why he did that. I'm gonna tell you why he did that. All right, because first of all, we got to understand situational football, which everybody says Kyle Shanahan is bad at, but this situation proves that his clock management and all that was on point. All right, let's talk about it. So there's about a little bit over a minute left, right, in the game, and you have an opportunity right now. The Packers, they have 0 timeouts, right? You got your timeouts left or whatever. You got 1 or 2 timeouts left. Packers have 0 timeouts. So you have an opportunity to, one, if you throw the ball, there's a little bit over a minute left. You throw the ball right there and you throw an incompletion, clock stops. So what do? Do you kick a field goal from there? If you do and you miss, then Aaron Rodgers has a minute to drive to get in field goal range. But if you run the rock, if you run it, regardless if you pick up the first down or not, you get to kill 40 seconds of that clock. All right. So if you don't, say you get 2 yards on the carry, at least we get to run the clock down to about 20 seconds left. You're in a little bit better position to kick a field goal, right? Or you end up, we got a first down. Now we can kill the rest of the clock. But I don't think it was because I just don't want to put the ball in Jimmy G's hands, because his initial thought was to throw the ball.
Okay, correct.
Luckily, somebody from a clock management standpoint got in his head.
I got a counter for that. Okay. Yes, that's situational football. I understand it. You know, you don't want to throw and stop the time. But guess what? Croc?
And are we going to acknowledge that clock management from Kyle Shanahan? Because everybody talks about how bad he is with clock management.
Nobody he did an excellent job. You know what he did? And I said this. He gave his best. He put the ball in the hands of his best players. I think Jimmy G was 2 for 2 on that drive. Kittle caught 1, and then they ran the ball with Debo. Like, you just what the Chiefs do. What did the Chiefs do usually? They get their best players to football. Who caught the game winner? Kelsey. Who scored some of the big touchdowns? Tyreek Hill. You get your best players of football. And finally, Shanahan said, I'm done with all of this mess. I'm going to run. Take us home, Debo. Take us home. Kittle, Debo. But this is what I want to say to you, Croc. I've seen this situation before. I've seen the Chargers on 4th. Actually, they did it on 4th down. But I've seen the situation. If they don't complete it, they're giving the ball back to Mahomes. Well, their coach is like, oh, no, I'm gonna put the ball on my best player. His name is Justin Herbert. I seen it last year in the playoffs with Tom Brady. They put the ball in his hands, and they had an opportunity to give it back to Aaron Rodgers, but they say, you know what? No, we're gonna put the ball in Tom Brady's hands and let him do it. He had to do it twice. I also seen it with Patrick Mahomes. I seen it with Patrick Mahomes versus the Buccaneers, where if they don't get this first down, they're gonna have to give it. And this was on a run where they could have ran it. He said, no, I'm going to give the ball to Tyreek Hill. What's his name? Coach Andy Reid put the ball in his quarterback's hand. I've seen time and time again where if your quarterback, that clutch quarterback you say, I've seen other quarterbacks in that situation pass the ball. So Kyle Shanahan could have passed the ball if he truly believed in his quarterback, if he truly believed in that clutch.
That would be the wrong thing to do as far as clock management goes.
It's not.
And then if the ball hits the ground, right? We're talking about the elements. You're talking about the weather, all this stuff. The ball hits the ground. We're talking about a minute left on the clock.
But what I'm saying, Croc, is those,
or you gonna do punt? Like, no, it absolutely had everything to do with clock management with him running that ball. It was a smart thing to do.
What I'm saying though is that they believe so much of their quarterbacks that they don't believe that's the wrong decision. They put the ball in their quarterback's hand because they know they're going to end the game.
That's why the Chargers are at home right now.
Okay, what about
they blew a game against the Kansas City Chiefs, going for it 100 times on 4th down in several situations and scoring in a game that went into overtime and had no business going into overtime. And next thing you know, the goddamn Chargers missed the playoffs by half a game.
What about the Chiefs? What about the Chiefs?
What about them?
You said that's why the Chargers are home. I gave you 3 different. I said Chiefs, Chargers, and Buccaneers.
Listen.
Only one is not the playoffs, bro. Come on, Croc. Come on, Croc. Don't do that. Look. At the end of the day, look. I don't want to keep beating the dead horse, but at the end of the day, look. I'm never comfortable with Jimmy G throwing the ball. I don't care if it's in the last minute and 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat can say when Jimmy G is throwing the ball, they are literally sweating, sitting back in their chair, dreading what's going to happen. And yeah,
I
he may get
agree.
it done, but
I
I'm never
agree,
confident. I'm never confident.
Chris. I agree with that, but not in the last 3 minutes.
In the last 3 minutes, Croc, I'm still dreading. Every time he throws
I'm
that
not
ball,
like
it's a
my heart
possibility of being
rate.
picked off.
I track my heart rate, right? Like on
Oh,
my
come
Apple
on.
Watch. My heart rate when Jimmy Garoppolo has the ball with 3 minutes left is like calm. Is like resting. You would think I'm asleep. You would think I'm dead. That's how calm my heart rate is.
Croc, I'm gonna make a shirt for you saying "Stop the cap, Croc. Stop the cap." All right, bro. I'm not gonna hold up.
All
I
right.
know other people want to get on, but
Yeah.
look. If Jimmy wins the Super Bowl, bro, look, trust me, I'm gonna be the first one going crazy. And remember, I put Jimmy G on that or was it on the Cowboys edit? So like, I support the guy. He's our quarterback. I want us to win the Super Bowl with him. Trust me, I need this Super Bowl. I'm gonna be at the game Saturday, so if any of y'all gonna be there, you're gonna see a fat black guy with a fat gold chain and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Wearing all black. But anyways, look, I want Jimmy G to win the Super Bowl. I want him to play well. The last two games I predicted, I was like, "Oh, Jimmy won't have no turnovers versus the Cowboys." Well, he ruined that for me. Then I said Jimmy's gonna have 2 touchdown passes versus the Packers. He ruined that for me. Even though there were some drops by Kittle and Jennings and Debo. So I'm not predicting anything anymore, but all I know is Jimmy is due. I mean, he has had 5 bad playoff games. He is due for one. I hope it's this week, or I hope he saved the best for last and do it in the Super Bowl. I support Jimmy G. Don't get it twisted. I'm just critical, and nobody, please, don't take my criticism for hate. I'm being honest. When you throw 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in your last 4 games, what do you expect me to do when you have 5 playoff games and you've never played good in any one of them? What do you expect me to do? But at the end
He
of the
played
day,
well in the NFC Championship game. He just didn't have a lot of attempts, but he didn't
Croc,
play bad.
Croc,
He didn't play
Croc.
bad. So you
Yeah,
saying he
you know
played
what?
bad?
You're right, Croc. He was so elite handing off the ball. He looked like God himself handing off the ball. He was amazing. You know what? He threw 8 passes and almost threw a pick six that game. But anyways, I see you making me see. Look what you're doing. You making me go back to slandering him. But no, honestly, I support Jimmy G. I want him to do his thing this Sunday. I'm gonna be in the building. I hope Jimmy G throws for 300 yards, and then I hope he repeats that performance and come back in the Super Bowl and throws for another 300 yards. And you know what I will come out and do and say, you know what, Jimmy G, all is forgiven. You are a GOAT to me. You are a 49ers GOAT. You are a 49ers legend for bringing us that Lombardi. If he brings us a Lombardi, all is forgiven. I will tell everybody they can kick rock with them stats. They can go home. If he brings that Lombardi home, Jimmy G will forever have a place in my heart and with this franchise, and everybody's gonna have to respect him.
All right,
All right,
I hear
Croc.
you.
Shout out to all the callers that's about to come on.